What's up, KO Phoenix Rollers and the Roller Agenda? Roller Agenda, it's been a minute. A month and 3 days since I last recorded. I didn't even know it was that long. I got a guest here today. It's my guest.
What's up with y'all?
I'm talking to that. It's my guest today.
What's up with y'all?
That's Headache. Jovan.
Yeah.
So my guest. So I'm gonna talk about his y'all been hearing me talk about a lot about bringing a cross. Well, the cross is already related to the birds I already have because it's pretty much a jackanet based bird. So far, I already started. I went to this guy's house a year or two ago, and I liked what I seen. So I urged the twins to try to bring some of those in and work with their birds, and they done it. And Jeff Young had some. I liked his, so I brought in a bird from him, and it worked out. So if you guys been following me as far as flying, I know you guys can't see when I fly during the week, but my scores they've been low, very low. The birds themselves have been, spinning and rolling, but they better than what they show. So what I'm trying to do is get them back like they should be.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
So when I'm bringing those birds in, I seen a few. I flew a few that was pretty good. They were pretty good, actually really good. And that's all I need them to do is be more reliable. And then at the same time, I'm trying to figure out the birds I already have. So what I figured out was I had the birds too lean. I had the birds lean like marathon runners, like really, really lean. So you feel me? They're like thin, but they can fly for hours. So and I never had my birds like that. This thing out like more the longer they flew, the more I try to cut them back a little bit, and I try to take some of the protein off. And I think what happened, they needed more of the opposite, needed more of the protein and more of the fat. So the last few days, I've been feeding them a little heavier, and have been flying an hour, a little more active, not where I want them to be, or where they were before they got too lean, but it's a big difference. They're not flying an hour, they're flying 40 minutes tops. And I had to think about it. There's times I had to make my birds a little leaner, but they were stronger. They were flying longer. These birds are lean and flying, so I don't have to have them lean. And I noticed that. But, you live and you learn a little bit. The bird's not exactly their, how would I say this? Their metabolic makeup is different. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So like, it's a little different, not like it was before, because the way I select them over the last 5-6 years is way different from when I was really heavy into competition. When I was heavy into competition, I would only select those birds that were good as far as competition was concerned, period. And if the scales are 1.0 to 2.0, most of the birds I stocked were between 1.4 and 1.7 at that time, as far as quality. But the work rate was impeccable. The timing was impeccable. So that's why it was so easy to do well at that time. But over the last 5 years, I've been selecting for the best type, best spinners. Best type, best spinners. I did keep in mind frequency, but not kit sensitivity. So that's the difference. So at that time, the birds were more readily available to do it at that time. And the birds I brought in had abundance of that in them. So it's like these birds are similar. So the quality and depth, no problem. No problem right there. I mean, the thing is getting them to the timing back on point and go from there. And if you know me back then, I hardly ever took birds on my kit to stop right away. Yeah, they would have to give me time some time in because it was all about kit competition. So why would I breed birds that were good for kit competition in stock? I'm gonna take them out the kit. Their job was to be in the kit, so I left them in the kit. The difference between now and then is I'm losing a lot of the birds that I should have took in because I'm thinking about kit competition. And kit competition is not my #1 goal right now. It is, but it's just for a specific reason. And then, like right now, let's say right now, if I qualified and became master flyer, the only thing then the only thing that would drive me to keep going on then was to actually win one of the major flies, which I think would be kind of hard to do here, right here. Because just for example, yesterday I flew my second team, and then they flew for about 40 minutes, was trying to come down. Cooper came, they went back up. Okay, they came down, right down game, maybe about 6-7 minutes. Two Coopers came, they went back up. And then Cooper circled under them and pushed them out. And while they were circling under them, 2 more Coopers was diving from the top, chasing birds down. What's crazy is all the birds that got chased down came back. Every bird I watched get chased down came back. It's the ones I didn't see is I missed. I look up, I see them, but then when they came down, I said, I'm missing some birds. I can figure out who it was, so I got them in the cage, looked around. 3 birds missing, but I didn't see none of the 3 get caught or chased down. But they not here. And these birds been chased by falcons and all kind of stuff. So I know they didn't just fly off because they got chased by no Coopers. So they've been seeing Coopers anyway. So I'm saying to say that and those 2 birds that were in my #1 kit but got moved down because of their feather quality. That's to say that now my backup birds are becoming less. So you don't have the luxury of having the same birds around over and over. But at the same time, I do breed enough of them to have kits like that. Sometimes I just gotta say no, and those just don't fly. Sometimes, like right now, I flew the kit today. Cooper came after they got in and chased my cousin kit, the brown kit, but he didn't get anything. Then they said the Cooper came when I was feeding the birds was up on top of my head, and I didn't even realize that. I just thought it was just the birds flapping around. But they get bold, so we can't do nothing about it. That's why I think that they so bold now, because our hands are tied. So, but back to the crossing. When I seen Mike Walden birds, it was a reflection of what I had already seen in my birds. You know what I'm saying? So and his birds originally go back to, I think he said Irma Wade, who got his bird from Danny Horner, or was straight from Danny Horner, something like that. But they still go back to Jack Annette, which is in my original birds anyway. So my plan is not to break cross all of them. Some of the birds are giving a real good quality and depth. They're real good quality. I'm gonna cross those birds to those birds. I'm gonna fly the birds, and I'm gonna bring in some of the birds that increase the kit. That shows the increased kit sensitivity or collective rolling. I'm gonna bring those in only. Those are the birds I'm bringing in. Period. So I like the span too, but I like that collective performance. So I'm breeding just for that again. See, now it's more interesting now to me because it's a challenge again. When stuff becomes a challenge, I like it. I try to rise to the occasion. One of the reasons why I got out of competing because it started becoming some stuff. The local stuff started becoming too easy. But then I think the only way I could improve my birds back then was add more speed, but speed with the collective rolling without what I should have went. But it is what it is. You live and you learn. Wasn't no falcon. Falcon's been giving me a break. Took a bird the other day, but that was one bird in like 2 or 3 months. I mean, I can say 2 or 3, at least 2 months, close to 2 months. So, and before that was one bird, then a break for 3 weeks or so. So it's not like he's bad. The Coopers are horrendous right now. They're just horrible. They're everywhere. But that's not an excuse right now. It's an excuse why I lost 3 birds yesterday. I lost 3 performers yesterday. That's crazy. But I didn't see them get caught. I didn't see them get taken or chased down. I didn't see it. Don't mean it didn't happen, but I didn't see it. So anyway, so I'm gonna do this gradually. So I have 1 cock that Jeff Young raised off a pair from Mike Walden, and I have a hen that Mike Walden gave me himself. That I haven't even used her yet. And I have a cock that Choo Choo gave me. It was a pair Choo Choo gave me, but the hen got egg bound and died. So, but I still have the cock. He's the one of my really good producing hen right now. So, and this the time of the year right now. Now I gotta make a decision. See, this the part. I put them down late. I wasn't expecting the Coopers to be this bad. I was expecting the Falcons to be a little worse. Whereas I can get the birds trained at least and get them flying before now, but it's still hard to get them trained. The Cooper chase them every time they come out and they come in the yard chase them, so I'm losing a lot of them. So now I gotta make a decision. Do I put them away and just try them as breeders in the future, or to take my chances? Then, well, most likely I'm gonna lose. At least most likely I'll probably end up losing because that's how it is. So do I take my chance? I'm just putting one away. Well, I've decided already. I'm gonna put one away and I'm gonna try to fly the other one. I just put it away. I can put it at one of my club members' house. Just tell them to hold it until I'm ready to try it or whatever, and they can try it or whatever. So, but anyway, I'm gonna try it and see what it does. Because I'm really only interested now in how the bird gonna produce, more so than its performance. I want to see a performance, but it's not likely right now that the ones I bred right now, these youngs I just pulled out, where the Coopers are now, I won't get a chance to see those. So they got one more set from the hatch, so I'm gonna take those out, put those to the side. But I will be putting that same pair back down next year. So I decided I'm most likely gonna put one away, fly the other. So the next 2 coming out, same thing. I might fly both of those though. Try to fly both of those. It's gonna be hard. I might try to do something with them. I'm not gonna hold them in the cage until next year. Not gonna happen. That's a headache. I'm not ever doing that again. And trying it this year reminded me why I never did it. Why I stopped doing it back in 2003. So, and that's like almost 20 years ago. I haven't did it in 20 years, and I did it this year. And I'm reminded why I never did it again. And I'm not going to do it again. So, this the problem. Okay. The birds are not strong physically. They don't fly fast. Anybody tell you to see my birds don't fly fast. They don't come out wild. They don't get hit and go wild. They stay pretty much calm for the whole time. Now, the thing is, see, sometimes they're a little too calm. Now, if the kiss sensitivity was there, it'd be remarkable. But it's not. It's not there consistently. Put it that way. It's not consistent. So I got to work on getting it consistent. So I'm going to try the Mike Walden birds, and then there's a few other birds I'm going to try along over time. Not right away, but over time. Bring those in, try those with a bird or 2, some of my better birds, and see what happens. See if it works out. If it works out, great. But if it don't, you'll never know. I mean, I ain't going to go on the internet and say, oh, them birds was garbage and they work out for me. I'm not going to do that. It just happened. So, you know how it just happened. So I won't be like bashing nobody like that unless they start it. If they start coming at me, then I got to come back at you. Fire back. You can't shoot at me and I don't shoot back now. But anyway, so why Mike Walden birds? Okay. The way they fly, the pattern they fly and the way they fly is similar to what I was already used to. So it's not too much to change as far as that. Only thing it's going to change a little bit more of is the colors, markings, and a little bit on type. I think my birds are a little more stronger, more soft, denser birds, which could be one of the reasons why they just more like individuals. Could be that too. But his birds are more flexible as far as feathering. It's more flexible. So I don't know. It's like those birds also need to be the better working birds. They're a little deeper in the keel, which deeper kill birds, most of the time I'll knock the birds in the sky real quick. More shallow kill birds. My bird's not really shallow. They got a good strong pitch. But I think it'll work out. These birds work. They're not shy. They got decent stability. Decent depth. Not worried about the depth. I have the depth. Not worried about that part. When it's time to release, I need them circuits to release. I have times where they look super good, but it's not regular. They're not doing it on a regular basis. So I think by doing this is one step. It's not the end result I'm going to do with Mike Waterbury. It's just the first step. There's a few other, at least 2 other strains I'm going to try. 2 other. But at the same time, the birds of mine that do work, I'm concentrating on just those. Plus these few crosses with variations of those. There are some birds in there I know what I want to do, they're not the birds I need to do what I want to do, right? But there's some birds in there that I don't need them, but some others might need them. And they've been, letting them go. And people have been getting them, been saying they've been working great for them. But they're not doing that, especially they're not competing, they're just flying birds, stuff like that. So, but I have my eyes on a few birds in there that I know for a fact that was selected for what I'm trying to do. And I'm going to use those. Got a question? Are we live?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. Well, you basically already answered the question I was gonna ask you. What made you bring the white waters in?
Oh yeah. So I'm answering again, but because I like their work rate, I like the way they fly. They're not shy from rolling. They pause and let go. He have bad days too, but so it won't be so hard to make the transition. When you make those birds, they're similar already, and because they jacking that base, which is
like you
my
said.
birds already.
So all your birds already got jacking that in it, so it's like you bringing it back. You bring it back to the forefront.
Yeah, pretty much. That's really it's more about the traits, more so than the actual birds, but it's the actual birds that bring the traits, so they bring it more closer. Getting birds to spin, not a problem. There's not a problem. Getting them to work together more so.
So that's what you bring. You bring the mic water back in
to help ease them up so they release when it's time to release. They'll fly perfect speed, kid tight, and they just. I'm gonna post a video. I videoed my birds today for like 8 minutes, I think. Just show you guys what they've been doing. They just didn't kid as tight as they normally kid today. They kid good, but you'll see. I'm gonna post it probably later on today. Probably the same time I post this video, so you guys get a chance to see. But I know what birds should be in there. I lost out that kid, though I did lose like 3 really, 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 really good ones. Now I replaced those with other birds, but them birds should have kicked in by now. 3 I lost was already in.
So is the body type different on white waters?
It's a little more softer than what my birds are. Like my birds are more dense. It's a little softer and it's a little different. My birds stand more up, and his birds lean a little more to like the front, like this.
And you mean that the feathering is softer?
Yeah, feathering and muscle, body density. I think his feathers is more flexible. He got a lot of white birds, grizzles, ash reds, stuff like that.
That was my next question. So like all my waters is like mainly like whites, grizzle ticks, whites with black ticks.
So I don't ever put them to other. Well, I put them to the one cock to another white bird, and all the babies look like him. Well, as far as not type, type like him. So let me see what this. It's 3 of them in there. Look, it's the first one, and then the second 2, and they're all in the same kit. The other one should already be flying. It's crazy.
Can you show the difference of the body type of them?
Yeah, I can show the difference. Real quick. Oh, this one. That one.
Keys right here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, now.
This is a Mike Walton right here.
Okay. These two are Mike Walton birds. See how they more forward? This one not so much, but this one is. Mm-hmm. This one Jeff Young raised off a pair from Mike Walton bird. But this bird has already proven he worked with my birds already. This one I got from Choo Choo. Willie Bobo, as you guys might know him. And these are two of my typical cock birds. These are two of my group. They brothers, half brothers. They got the same mother. So these are that's difference in type. So my birds are more like this, and these are more like this. But the hands they are on are more like this. But he's breeding right now. So you kind of get an idea. What I'm saying, Saudi more, and my bird's more like this.
More like that Nike sign.
And if you handle the Mike Waltons, you handle these dudes, it's a big difference in body density. These are more solid. That's red. That deep bird in my kit with the white feathers on one side, that's his son. He's probably one of the most active birds up there, so they do throw him. It's just that there's other birds that go with him. And this is a red bird. Supposedly soft. This is probably the hardest, strongest one out of all of them. It's red. I know, that's what I'm saying. So, but these two dudes can produce birds. These two dudes throw some of the hardest workers. But I know why that is. Because of their mother. 1135 is their mother. She's probably responsible for all my hard working birds in I breed right now. And then with the big head red chick stuff, to her, that's the mix. So you guys see. And these are cocks. Just an idea, just about type. So now these two birds don't have to go to the Mike Walden blood. They doing well without that. But what I will do is take them, put them down, and put their babies on their babies, like that. But they cocks. They all cocks. So I have to get a hen off these two and put them two. I got one hen from Mike. He gave me a little white bird, pearl-eyed, little white, little grizzle-like bird. I haven't even bred her yet. My club members bred her, like day user, but that's to give you an idea. It's a little different type. He's breeding right now. This one's someone that's breeding. I don't want me to get his babies up. I did it, so I thought I would be able to get him up right now because September is usually not that bad for me as far as Coopers. But Falcon usually hit me, but I was trying to get him trained and flying, at least. But it's hard to even get him flying because Cooper come back and chase them up every time the baby's out. So that's the problem. So I had to make a decision. I'm going to keep one, put one to the side, try to find the other one. Same thing with the next round. Actually, the next round, I'm giving Choo-Choo one. He said, give him one, so I'm going to give him one of those. I know those will be harder for me to fly. The next round even going to be harder. So I'm going to give Choo-Choo one. And I'm going to try to fly the other one. I'm going to put one to the side. Just put it to the side and try somewhere later on. One thing I've noticed about me is I have to do that. I mean, I have to sometimes take that chance like that. I have to sometimes. I mean, if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to breed nothing. Hardly nothing.
Yeah, but like you say, you see how bad we got the vibe out here. And to keep on flying, feeding the purpose.
Yep.
Going backwards.
So, but I want to find out. See, I don't fly birds to see if they gonna spin. I try to see the levels of performance. Like they're gonna be a hard worker, non-worker, deep bird, short bird, frequent bird, good kidder, bad kid. That kind of stuff is really reason why I really fly them, and to put them in the permanent kit so I can see them perform. I still want to see them perform no matter what, but I don't fly birds to see if they're gonna roll. That's not the question. The question is to what degree or what level, like that. And I gotta think like this right now. You got a lot of guys, young guys, that's doing pretty decent right now, considering what's going on, the BOPs and stuff like that. They doing decent. And my hat is off to them to keep trying year after year. I mean, it can get frustrating. But most of us guys that was born and raised here in Los Angeles, we kind of like tough skinned anyway. I mean, because how we grew up, period. You know what I'm saying? So, and having Birmingham rollers is like a refuge. So, even if you take that away from us, we're going to keep on trying. And like society in the whole would rather for us to do this than go back to the stuff we used to do. This thing, I mean, I can name, it's about 10 of us, 15 of us, I know for a fact that would be rough on society if we didn't have this. And that's what people don't get. So, actually, I think it would behoove society and our government to make it easier for us to do this. There's some political statements I'm going to make right now. It would be in their best interest to do this. Why not? Why wouldn't you help us maintain a hobby like this? I mean,
and it brings people together.
Yeah, bring up. Society has been trying to get the gang stuff under control. I'm gonna keep on saying this. Like I said when I did the interviews for the movie Pigeon Kings. You guys can't name it. Name another thing that bring all these people together: blacks, whites, Hispanics, Asians, everybody, gangs, Bloods, Crips, Mexican gangs, and be in the same yards, the same fly, and just talk, enjoying the birds. They say pigeon's a bird of peace. Why you won't let it be? Why you won't let it fly in peace? Because the problem right now with the birds of prey, it's not that they're here. It's that because there's so many, and technically they don't have to be here. You know, for what? What purpose are they really serving? Besides messing with us? What are they serving? What purpose are they serving for being here? Just because people from the Audubon Society can have a way to feed their birds, and they know what's going on. They know them birds eat more people domesticated birds than wild birds. They know that. They go clean the nest and see all them bands of people banned. They go do that. They know what they eating. They know they ain't eating no wild pigeons. They're not cutting down on the wild pigeon population. You don't see rats in their nest. You see pigeon bands of somebody's name or club on it. That's what you see in the nest. And you guys know that. I mean, for real. So it's like you guys just feeding off society, of your consumers in society. It's crazy how you guys allow that. But you guys are politicians. Talking about you want it better for everybody else. Do this. Dudes be in the backyard. They be in their backyard flying pigeons. And most time the pigeons don't sit out. They come down and go in the cage. They don't sit out and cause no problems or nothing. So why wouldn't you want something like this to flourish? I'm just something to think about. For you guys to think about.
It's therapeutic. Very therapeutic.
Like I had a issue, accident. You know, I had an accident, then how I came back and relaxed, the whole thing was for me to relax. I started doing the birds, just kick back. Don't have to think about nothing, just relax. Go stand there and watch the birds. Relax. You know what I'm saying? So, that's nothing you guys got to think about. But, we get off politics right now. Let's get back to the pigeons. So everybody know why. I have an idea why I'm doing what I'm doing. They have an idea why. You know, it's not like I'm trying to. Oh, there it is. Not like I'm trying to start nothing. I'm just trying to enjoy a hobby. I got a few goals in. One goal is to finish this Master Flyer thing. That's one. Another goal is placing it in the top 5 of the World Cup of Fall Fly. If I win, fine. A top 5 finish should be fine. I mean, I ain't greedy. Everybody want to win. But I know to win, everything got to be right. And got to need a whole lot of luck. Even if you got the best kit there is, a lot of luck is involved. So, I ain't going to go on anymore. It's been like almost 20 minutes right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this one quits. So I'm going to say good day. You guys keep doing what you're supposed to do. Select, breed, fly, select again. And we're going to keep repeating that process over and over and over and over until we get where we need to go and beyond. Remember, the max of what these birds can really do, what they're capable of, we ain't scratched it yet. We're actually just scratching at it. We ain't achieved it yet. I'm gonna tell you something. Put something in your ear for you. Just something to think about. Some food for thought. Okay. Everybody wants to get a full turn, right? Okay, imagine the kit they give you 10 full turns. And that still ain't the best they can do. 10 full turns in 20 minutes. With a quality of at least 1.5, 1.5. See the possibilities? See where I'm going with that? With that, I'm going to say that's it. See y'all next time.